And a great turnout ahead of tomorrow's general election. But first, in our lead story of the day, there was a deadly house fire on Paint Lake Road in Berea on Sunday night. The Berea Fire Department reported heavy smoke coming from the home. One team was able to make entry and do an initial search of the house. Officials found 2 persons deceased inside of that home. Once the fire was extinguished and the house was ventilated and all smoke in the scene was secured, Madison County Sheriff's Office along with the Madison County Coroner were notified. Brent Billings, Public Information Officer for the Berea Fire Department, reports that the exact cause of the fire is unclear, but officials were able to pinpoint the location to the living room couch area. There was no evidence found, however, to prove what could have started the fire at this time. Coroner Jimmy Cornelison now reports the 2 victims are 27-year-old Heaven Renner and 57-year-old Tommy Damrell. As of now, the cause of death is unknown, but Cornelison suspects smoke inhalation. It is unknown the deceased's connection with the property or to each other. The home reportedly had no active utilities. Emergency personnel remained on the scene until around 3:30 a.m. Monday morning. Let's follow that story as more becomes available. Well, Sunday, a UK student was arrested during a viral video depicting her using racial slurs against a fellow student. With more details on this story, here's WBON TV reporter Lindsay Reed.
A student from the University of Kentucky, Sophia Rosing, has been arrested on counts of public intoxication, 3rd-degree assault of an officer, 4th-degree assault, and 2nd-degree disorderly conduct. The 22-year-old student is being held on a $10,000 bond in Fayette County Detention Center. The viral video posted on Sunday shows Rosing repeating racial slurs even after authorities asked her to stop. Rosing displayed signs of intoxication, according to the student working the dormitory's front desk, Kyla Springs. Kyla Springs was one of Rosing's victims even after her attempts to help the intoxicated student. Kyla reported receiving attempts of physical assault and racial slurs from the perpetrator. Authorities arrested Rosing just before 4 a.m. at the University of Kentucky's Boyd Hall.
I'm doing all this video.
Oh, Jesus! I did not get paid enough for this. Exactly.
Since the incident, UK has released a statement relating to Rosing's behavior. This isn't the first time Rosing went viral for inflammatory comments. Earlier in August of 2021, multiple media agencies posted a video of Rosing degrading someone on their appearance.
I'm rich as and you're obviously not compared to what you're wearing, and I can sue you, and you can't do about it, especially because you don't know my last name.
For more stories like these, tune into Channel 9 WBON. This is Lindsay Reed.
Well, that's some startling video there. Thanks, Lindsay, for that story. Well, more than 9,000 Madison Countyans voted early this year, according to the Kentucky Board of Elections. Madison County Clerk Kenny Barger says the turnout for the general election tomorrow looks to be much higher than the primary, when only about 13% of the registered voters cast ballots. The total early vote looks to be split pretty well evenly between the Democrats and the Republicans. Remember, tomorrow, November 8th, registered voters will be able to cast their votes at any of the following 8 locations, starting at 6 a.m. in the morning and ending up at 6 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. The Madison County Public Library in Richmond, that's located at 507 West Main Street. You can go to the Russell Acton Folk Center in Berea, that's at 212 West Jefferson Street. The Madison County Extension Office in Richmond, located at 230 Duncannon Lane. Whitehall Baptist Church in Richmond, that's at 3401 Colonel Road. East Side Community Church in Richmond, located at 2010 Catalpa Loop. Big Hill Christian Church at 1150 Goggins Lane, the Berea Church of God at 189 Rash Road, Arlington's Mule Barn at 1510 Lexington Road. Then remember to tune in with us right here on Channel 9 for the best election coverage for Madison and our surrounding counties in our viewing area. We'll be live on Channel 9.1, streaming everywhere, and on radio at 106.7 The Pinnacle. Our coverage will start right around 6 when the polls close. Make sure to join us right here tomorrow, starting at 6 o'clock for the best election coverage. Well, a motorcycle accident claimed the life of a man early Saturday morning. According to police reports, 42-year-old Joseph Matoyo was driving along Gainesway Drive in Castleton Hill when he lost control of his motorcycle. This resulted in him crashing, causing life-threatening injuries. Lexington Police arrived on the scene shortly after the crash and then quickly transported Metoyer to the hospital, where he was later pronounced dead by the Fayette County coroner. Local fire agencies had their hands full battling grass and field fires Saturday afternoon in the Red House Road, Boonesboro area. Extremely high winds Saturday fed the fire the fuel it needed to spread rapidly through the grass. Most of the region is still a tinderbox from the severe lack of rain over the past several weeks. The fire was reported at 262 Lost Fork Road. Several trucks and tankers responded to the scene and finally got control over that blaze by Union City, Richmond, and the Whitehall Fire Departments. The threat of wildfires is extremely high with the drought-like conditions in the region. Here are some of the great drone shots of another wildfire today in Rockcastle County. These were captured by Johnny Nicholson. This fire is along I-75 just around the mile marker 55 through 50 as you drop over the Rockcastle River, western side of the interstate. And thanks, Johnny, for that great footage of those fires. Well, this past weekend, the heavy favorite Flightline provided a spectacular ending to the World Championship of Racing. Dominating the field on Saturday in the Breeders' Cup, jockey Flavian Pratt guided Flightline to an easy win, taking the finish line by 8 lengths. Olympiad finished second, followed by Tabah. Bred in Georgetown at Summer Wind Farm, it was Flightline's 6th win in 6 career starts. For Pratt, it was his 4th career win at the Breeders' Cup. Congratulations to Pratt and Flightline. Well, the 91st District Representative Bill Wesley recently filed BR 103, which basically states that you're a male or you're a female. Those will be the only choices. Wesley stated, "It's not complicated. My second bill is BR 384 and is another simple one too. Males go to male bathrooms and males' locker rooms. They will not be allowed to go into the girls' bathrooms or girls' locker rooms." Wesley says part of his motivation was a case in Virginia where a 15-year-old male decided he wanted to be a girl. Wesley says while his confused state of mind, he was assaulting little girls in girls' bathrooms. The parents of the assaulted girls were outraged and went to the school board. While complaining about what had happened, the parents were condemned by the board. Wesley says he doesn't want to see that happen here in the Commonwealth for any of our children. One encounter with something like this will absolutely destroy a young child for the rest of his or her life, Wesley said. The bill is titled An Act Relating to the Student Privacy and Declaring an Emergency, meaning that if the bill is passed, it will go into effect immediately. And with that, we're going to take a quick break. We've got weather, we've got sports, and we've got brand new news coming up right here on Live at 5.
This is Doug Thomas, candidate for Madison County Jailer. We all know we have a jail problem. We need a bigger facility. I believe there are better ways to deal with the issue. I won't make you empty promises just to get your vote. What I will promise is to work hard to find the best solutions for our county, the taxpayers, our jail, and our future. A vote for Doug Thomas is a vote for reasonable, affordable solutions for our jail system. Thank you, and I would appreciate your vote on November 8th.
Message paid for by Doug Thomas.
If you've dreamed of a job where you can help keep your family and community safe while planning for the future, then you need to check out the Fayette County Detention Center.
We're starting out $20 an hour. We have 8 paid holidays, 120 hours of sick time and vacation time a year. When you work a holiday, you actually make double pay. Our retirement is at 25 years. If you start out at 21, you'll be fully retired at 46, 25, fully retired at 50. Fayette County Detention Center is an amazing place to work.
Hi there, I'm Alan Feldhouse Jr., head basketball coach at Madison Central High School. Here at MCHS, we have built a winning team. I'd like to tell you about another local winning team, family-owned and operated Bluegrass Restoration and Construction. They specialize in roofing, general construction, and home maintenance services. Just like on the court, you need a team that will work together to get the job done, and that's exactly what BRC does. Give them a call at 859-353-1133. Row Tribe.
Hi, Madison County. This is your Judge Executive, Reagan Taylor. I spend every day working hard to make the lives of our families better and the future of Madison County brighter. From the creation of more than 300 new jobs at App Harvest, to expanding broadband, to saving millions each year and using it more efficiently to invest in public safety. My focus has always been on making Madison County better, and that won't change. I would appreciate your vote on November 8th to keep building a better Madison County together.
Paid for by Friends of Reagan Taylor. Myron Fisher, Treasurer.
I'm Michelle. And I'm Jennifer. And in the spring of 1992, Bishop Small Engine Repair was born in our mom and dad's barn in Estill County.
Then in the fall of 1992, we made the move to Madison County, where we are today. With the support of our family, customers, and community, we have continued to grow in the outdoor power industry. With a full line of products from Cupcadet, Grasshopper, Echo, and Shindawa, we can help you tackle your yard so you can enjoy it with your family. Bishop Small Engine Repair, where our focus is our customer. Stop on in, 119 North Estill Avenue in Richmond. We can't wait to see you.
The City of Richmond has seen improvements over the years, but I have seen firsthand that there is more to be done. The citizens of Richmond deserve a better quality of life, more economic opportunity, and a revitalized downtown area. If we want a prosperous city that is moving forward, we need to focus on improving our streets, sidewalks, and infrastructure. We need to work together to help Richmond become better. A vote for me is a vote for better. I'm Mindy Goebel, and I'm asking for your vote.
Proceeding paid for by candidate.
Welcome back to Live at 5. Well, that weekend weather, I kind of liked it. I thought it was pretty well perfect. If we could just order that up for the rest of the week, that'd be fantastic. We've got meteorologist, we've got Susie Martin in the Weather Center. She's going to let us know exactly what we're going to expect, even maybe something about a cool down I've been hearing about. She's in right now.
Hey everyone, and thank you so much, Gwendolyn, from the Bluegrass Restoration and Construction Weather Center. I'm meteorologist Susie Martin. So we've been tracking sunshine. A ridge of high pressure still remains in place, and this is going to continue to drive in very benign weather in the coming days. We are a bit cooler for tomorrow, so we'll be noticing that sunshine will be expected, and then the significant cold front will be moving through this Veterans Day, which sets us up with a very cold outlook for this weekend. Now, looking at our hourly forecast for tonight, though, very quiet evening will be expected, and we do have milder temperatures underway, though we will be bottoming out in those lower 40s, we're thinking. Here's a look at our precipitation threats. Minimal, as we do have a ridge of high pressure underway, so I don't see a whole lot going on here. We'll see a few passing clouds at times, but still fair weather and sunshine is really going to be a dominant theme for the next couple of days. Again, we will notice a little bit of a cool down, though, so it will be chillier, but even then, our temperatures are still running above the average overall. Low temps tonight, we'll get down to 41 degrees here in Richmond, Stanton down to 41 as well, Mount Vernon at 46. And here's our hourly forecast for tomorrow. So we'll be in the 40s through about 8 a.m. and then after that, really warming up very quickly. We do have our high temperatures peaking in those mid-60s this time around. So again, cooler. Lexington up to 65 degrees, Harrodsburg at 65. Lancaster also in the mid-60s, and we do have widespread sunshine across the region. Note that these temperatures, despite the cool down, are still running above the norm by about 5 to 8 degrees or so. We've got northeast flow underway and a bit of a gust, some gusty conditions at times, but gusts around 18 miles per hour. Nothing too busy, but too crazy with the winds. Note, though, we do have significantly colder temperatures in the outlook for next week, so we may be trending a whole lot colder. Here's our extended forecast. A big cool down by the weekend for Veterans Day. The showers associated with that front may impact us. Back to you, Gwendolyn.
Thanks, Susie. And for weather all the time, you can find it on Channel 9 online. Check out our Facebook page and WBONTV.com. Well, Kentucky State Police investigate trooper-involved shootings in Anderson County. The Kentucky State Police Critical Incident Response Team had been requested to investigate a trooper-involved shooting that occurred November the 4th at approximately 2 p.m. in Anderson County. The KSPCIRT has responded to the scene, and the investigation into the incident remains ongoing. A male subject was transported to a local hospital but succumbed to his injuries and has been pronounced deceased. KSP has statewide jurisdiction and investigates officer-involved shootings throughout the Commonwealth as requested by local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. KSP is committed to being transparent while ensuring the integrity of the investigation. To protect the integrity of an ongoing investigation, it is KSP's standard operating procedure not to release specific details until vital witnesses have been interviewed and pertinent facts gathered. Timelines to complete investigation vary based on complexity of those cases. But of course, as soon as we get some more information into our studio about that officer-involved shooting, we will let you know. Well, on Sunday evening, Fayette County schools announced that they would be closing today due to widespread illness among staff and students, like many other counties in our area. This announcement was made in regards to both classes, afternoon and evening activities. During the closure, school officials plan to have custodial staff complete a deep clean of all campuses and facilities. The closure will continue tomorrow for Election Day. However, tomorrow's closure had already been previously scheduled. Classes are expected to return to normal on Wednesday, November the 9th. And just a reminder, Madison County schools are off today and tomorrow as well. They will also return to class on Wednesday, November the 9th. Well, yesterday's time change means shorter days. That, along with winter, triggers a real problem for many with seasonal depression. If not treated, it can be a serious problem for many people this time of the year. Marcy Timmerman with the Mental Health America of Kentucky says the condition can be made worse by the lack of sunlight and decreased vitamin D levels. Timmerman says there are successful treatments available to combat depression. If you are having symptoms of seasonal depression, you are recommended to seek professional help. Maybe some seasonal depression, but I did enjoy that extra hour of sleep. Looks like we may be getting a vote on whether or not we will have daylight savings time in the future. Well, Richmond Parks and Rec will be partnering with Eastern Kentucky University's Division of Natural Areas. That is going to be for a geological event. Attendees will be able to learn about Kentucky local governments and geology. The event is free to anyone of any age that is interested in nature and the great outdoors. The event will take place Saturday, November the 19th at Taylor Fork Ecological Area from 10 until 12 p.m. That's 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. With any questions for those interested in registering, you're asked to call 859-622-1476, or you can email naturalareas@eku.edu. Well, have you ever wanted to write a novel? NaNoWriMo is a nonprofit organization that provides writers with the time, support, and supplies they need to complete their writings. Madison County Public Library in Berea will be hosting a NaNoWriMo workshop on Tuesday, November the 8th at 5 p.m. on the top floor in room 205. Writers can expect to find a designated time and space to reach their creative goals. Attendees can drop in for a short while or stay the entire time. Refreshments will be provided at the event. Aspiring writers can be any age and it's completely free. Don't miss your chance to get your ideas on the page. For more information, you can email Caitlin, that's Katlyn, at madisonlibrary.org, or you can call 859-623-6704 and extension 211. A great way to start writing a book. With that, we're going to take another quick break. We've got Michael Watkins in with sports right after this.
Hello, my name is John Tudor. For the past 8 years, I've had the privilege of serving as your 3rd District Magistrate. We have blacktopped more than 35 roadways in our district and made numerous bridge improvements. I have also worked to bring over 300 new good-paying jobs to the 3rd District. I am currently working to bring broadband internet to all areas of the county. This is not a political office. It is an office for all the people of this district. So November 8th, I ask for your vote and support to keep John Tudor Magistrate. This is John Tudor, and I approve this message.
Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. From our attention to detail, a diverse staff, and the best aftercare in the business, there's no better local choice to take care of your family in a difficult time than Davis & Powell. Call in to discuss pre-planning and preparations so there'll be no additional burden on your family. Davis & Powell Funeral Home in Berea. For additional information, check them out at davisandpowellfuneralhome.com. Davis & Powell Funeral Home, always going the extra mile.
Man Chrysler in Richmond is Truck Town, USA. New trucks, used trucks, little trucks, big trucks, short trucks, long trucks. Hey, that's not a truck. work trucks, and fancy trucks. Who says you can't get a truck? Come on down to Van Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Richmond for your best deal today. Trucktown, USA.
Choose Mercy Health, Markham and Wallace Hospital for your health care. Consider having your preventative care such as a CT lung screening, a mammogram, or a colonoscopy at Markham and Wallace Hospital. You can feel safe to come to the hospital campus. Following CDC guidelines, our care team is doing everything possible to ensure your safety and well-being. For more information about Markham and Wallace Hospital, call 606-723-2115 or visit mercy.com.
Madison County Sheriff Mike Coyle pledges to keep our community safe. Sheriff Coyle is currently in partnership with the Madison County School System and has recently employed 4 deputies as school resource officers to protect our most valuable commodity, our children. Under Sheriff Mike Coyle, the Madison County Sheriff's Office has received numerous honors, including being one of very few sheriff's offices accredited in Kentucky, meaning their professionalism, standards, training, and policies are all exemplary. Sheriff Coyle has received the coveted Sheriff of the Year award during his tenure.
This is Sheriff Mike Coyle. This sheriff's office serves everyone, Democrats, Republicans, and independents. On November the 8th, vote to keep Mike Coyle your Madison County Sheriff.
Sheriff Coyle is passionate on his commitment to fight the drug epidemic in our communities. His office has been honored and requested to partner with several federal and state agencies seeking help in cases. Mike Coyle is running on his character, morals, proven record, experience, and his dedication and vision for the office going into the future. Proceeding paid for by candidate.
Welcome back to Live at 5. It's the best time of year if you're a sports fan, with high school football now in postseason, college football heating up, and basketball season tipping off. In today's sports report, Michael Watkins looks back at a busy weekend of football and gives us the details of some exciting basketball matchups on tap for tonight.
Entering Saturday, the EKU football team was in 3rd place in the ASUN Conference standings, despite being ranked atop the conference power rankings. But the Colonels had a big chance to move up the overall standings on Saturday when they hosted Central Arkansas on a windy day at CG Bank Field at Roy Kidd Stadium. After taking a lead on their opening drive, EKU would take that lead into the second quarter before the Bears finally answered. After a pair of interceptions by the EKU defense, the Colonels added more points on 2 touchdown runs by running back Braden Sloan to take a 21-7 lead into the half. UCA tacked on another touchdown in garbage time as EKU notched its largest margin of victory this season. McKinney finished for 253 yards on 19 of 29 passing with 3 touchdowns and 1 interception. Jaden Smith led all receivers with 71 yards on 6 catches, while Carter rushed for a career-high 125 yards on 13 carries. EKU's defense held Central Arkansas to just 157 yards through the air, and the Colonels dominated time of possession, holding the ball for over 35 minutes. EKU will travel to Jacksonville, Alabama for a matchup with the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, an old OVC rival, this Saturday at 2 p.m. On high school football action on Friday night, the postseason began with 2 of our 3 coverage area teams hitting the road and Madison Central hosting Henry Clay in the first round. For our lone home team, the game was never really in doubt for the Indians as they jumped out to an early lead with a statement on their first possession, but did allow Henry Clay to tie the game on a tipped ball that went for a touchdown. Central took a big lead into the half, and even though the second half wasn't pretty, was still able to get a running clock and advance to a rematch with Dunbar this Friday. The offensive line was dominant on Friday night, helping Brady Hensley, Parker Mullins, and quarterback Hagan Harrison combined for 432 rushing yards, with each scoring at least once on the ground in the game, and Hensley found the end zone multiple times, rushing for 252 yards and 3 touchdowns and a 32-yard catch that scored 6 as well. Jaden West added a 61-yard TD catch, and on defense, Leo Sotelo was a tackling machine, racking up 15 stops in the win. Sam Farmer added 9 tackles, and Braxton Hodges played very well in the secondary for Madison Central. Later this week, we'll preview the matchup with Dunbar for Friday night, and we'll also look back at the previous meeting between the 2 teams that took place earlier this year. Well, the Berea Pirates entered their first-round playoff game versus Dayton, looking for the program's first ever postseason win. Berea had only played Dayton one other time, and that game was also in Northern Kentucky, with the Pirates coming out on top. Despite taking a 7-6 lead into halftime, Berea could not add to their total and saw their season come to an end in a 22-7 loss. And Madison Southern hit the road for a tough challenge in their first-round matchup as well on Friday, as the Eagles traveled over to Somerset to face a team they played in the first game of the season, Southwestern. Despite hanging around for much of the game, the Eagles' season came to an end as well, as Southwestern pulled away late for a 41-14 win. Cade Sullivan scored a pair of touchdowns in the loss, but the flu and the fact that the Warriors are one of the top teams in Class 5A were just too much to overcome. And it's not all just football anymore, as the college basketball season will get underway today. EKU men's and women's hoops will open up their season tonight at home. The women's game is already underway as they take on Evansville. The men will follow with a matchup versus Miami Middletown, and Michael Moreno was chosen to the preseason ASUN All-Conference team and was voted by the fans as the preseason ASUN Player of the Year. The former Scott County big man is looking to etch his name in the record books at EKU this year, and along with that is also looking to help his team make a run in the ASUN Conference. Join us live tonight at 6 p.m. for the Jack Burford Chevrolet Sports Show as we air live from Baptist Health Arena tonight. We'll hear from EKU Director of Athletics Matt Rohn about the future of the programs and so much more on WBON TV. For WBON TV Sports, I'm Michael Watkins.
Batteries Unlimited in Richmond can energize you when your batteries fade out. They can also cut and make most home and automobile keys, replace and program key fobs, and make copies of your house keys. Plus, cell phone screen repair. Bring in your Apple or Samsung today. We are your home for all batteries. Go see Chris at Batteries Unlimited, Commercial Drive in Richmond.
Granite, marble, and quartz for any surface. Make a lifetime commitment you won't regret.
You may think the only way to pay for a nursing home is to spend down your life savings or sell your home. Elder Law Lexington can protect your home and life savings through a comprehensive plan so you can qualify for Medicaid. When there's a plan in place, you can rest assured knowing your estate is handled and your family is covered. Give them a call at 888-4-ELDER-LAW or go to elderlawlexington.com. Their Berea office is now open for your convenience.
At Fast Flow Plumbing, you aren't sending your money to Texas and Florida to the big corporate plumbing companies. We're local, and that allows us to invest in the latest technologies like Permaliner for no-dig sewer replacements, which we warranty for 20 years. Fast Flow is the future of plumbing. Don't destroy your landscaping and finished basement because a plumber tells you he has to replace your sewer. Keep your home beautiful. Call a local pro at Fast Flow.
For the best, in-depth, and insightful election coverage from Madison County, tune in to our live coverage this Tuesday, November 8th, broadcasting on WBON TV channel 9.1 over the air, and available on all local cable systems and streaming live on the WBON TV Facebook page, YouTube and Roku channel, and on radio on 106.7 The Pinnacle. Our election coverage is everywhere you are. Get all the election results as they happen, fast and accurate for Madison and our surrounding counties. For the best up-to-the-minute election coverage, tune in on November 8th from 6 to 8 p.m. to the stations and platforms of Wallingford Broadcasting.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be right back here tomorrow live at 5 and at 6 for election coverage. Have a great afternoon. I'll see you tomorrow.